her NSFW pictures in her Twitch chat with an on-screen overlay. She would use these pictures in...
What a hustle. No armor photos, huh? Interesting. All right. Let me catch the
no hate to
the details
staff.
here.
Majority of them have been very respectful towards me, but this video is to highlight the corruption of Mod Trident and how easily he is getting away with everything. All right, let's get to it. So this is the reason on why they banned me. I'm going to read it out loud from one of the community managers. I don't want to say his name because I don't want a lot of hatred to go towards him. Hey, Oda, I just want to reach out to you and let you know ahead of time, as I know last week has been a bit of a difficult one, but I'm having to be the bad bearer of news once more. The anti-cheating team reached out to us earlier today following some of their routine checks and informed us that permanent bans have been applied to 2 of your accounts, Bold and Omar.
Rest in peace.
The reason behind the bans is due to significant hours of paid account services on both accounts. The team have been extremely diligent in their investigation as they wanted to be sure that the information was correct. And after reviewing over 100 other accounts being banned for the same reason, they have confirmed the evidence is indisputable. Any questions, please do reach out, but we won't be able to lift the bans or transfer names from either of the accounts.
How would they know if it's paid services for it?
Because you're going to be unbanning it. Completely false, right? I've never been serviced on Omar's account once. I've never got anybody to go on my account and do any type of service ever. So both of the accounts, Bold and Omar, is what they banned. Bold, I'm not going to lie. That one was at a series that I've done on YouTube, and a few strength levels was serviced from like 90 to 94 or something. But it wasn't 400 hours to do a permanently banned. They're saying that, equivalent of 400 hours and it's a permanently banned. No, if anything, it should get a temp ban for that account. And Omar has never been serviced on. I gave them all the evidence that they need. I told them who uses the account, me and my 2 boys. They even go on it till this day to do Tomes of a Basket, and they go PKing on it. Even sometimes when I try to log in on stream, they're on just PKing or doing whatever. What I'm trying to get at here is my main point is Omar has never been serviced on, and Bold does not deserve a perm ban. Also, let me specify this as well. Account sharing has never been a problem beforehand. So they can't make that argument. It's never been bannable. A lot of other streamers...
It used to be, long time ago. I think it was kind of a silly rule in the first place, to be honest, to try and like scare people into not sharing an account with your friends. I understand wanting to crack down on paid account services that would do things like do Inferno for you or whatever. That I get. But just sharing an account with friends, I thought always just made sense. 100%, especially as a PKer. So I know that it hasn't been something that they've been super super heavy-handed with bans on, but there was always that like fear for a while that if you share an account, you might face repercussions. But I always thought that was kind of misguided. Everyone, like especially growing up, everyone played on accounts together. Literally everybody. Thanks, resub Wheel, Crowbar, and Pugs. Was I ever into PKing on old school RuneScape? No. PKing's always been too difficult for me. Thanks, resub Lustin. No, I'm still 1 Slayer away from maxing my account. I'm 850k away. I'm just doing it so slowly. I just do like 150k XP a week. I don't like grinding Slayer, so I've been taking it real slow.
A lot of other people do it all the time. So if they try to cover this up somehow by saying account sharing, it's not a thing.
Regarding account sharing,
you're gonna do a max party? Yeah, I'll max party.
A cape, but maybe you want to let a friend on your account to use it and get the cape for you or anything, and you're not necessarily charging for it. While account sharing is against the rules, we will not actively take action against players casually sharing accounts for the purposes of community or social activities where there is deemed to be no risk to the game integrity. And all parties involved have a mutual acceptance of the account being used in that way.
I hit up Trident on Discord DMs, on the OSR's content creator Discord. Said, hey team, I'm going to be collecting bulk amounts of GP on Omar to pay for the ranks in my deathmatching CC. This way I could cover potential scams and giveaways for the CC. Please confirm I'm allowed to do this. If not, I will refund everyone who bought a rank in my CC. I'm pretty sure this is what Stella does and there hasn't been any problems. Thank you for your time. And I added Trident. He goes and replies.
So
and
Stella's name was
no
just dropped
issues with
cold
that on
turkey
our
here.
end.
Who is Stella?
Up. Now that I have 30 bill on my account and I've collected ranks and, you know, I've been making my bank bigger on RuneScape, they want to ban me now, right? It's obvious what they're doing. It's obviously targeting me.
I've
honestly opened this CC for you guys. I've been asked a lot from my community. Hey, Odablock, open a legit CC. Hey, Odablock, open a trusted CC. because we know the scammer Stella has been scamming for years, over 100 bill plus debt, and haven't paid back literally a dime. So it blows my mind that this is being blown out of proportion, and I'm being targeted by Trident and Stella to the point they're saying they're finding evidence of me account servicing 2 years ago, and then saying, oh, it's a routinely checkup, a routine checkup, and that's why we banded you. From 2 years ago? Like the information is just not right, right? How can you say that you account serviced a couple of years ago, but you did a routine checkup, so you're banning me now? It makes no sense, right? Let me elaborate on the targeting of the bans, right? I feel like this is a confusing part, and people are wondering why it's targeting. So the reason why it's targeting is because now I'm competition to Stella CC, right? And there's, you know, we have evidence that Stella and Trident are...
Are you still dating a J-mod? Trident? Yeah.
And in cahoots with one another. Okay. And the reason why being so...
Okay. Interesting. Man, that shot a burp right into my fucking throat. I didn't expect that. This is like a serious, like, clap back on trying to, pronounce his innocence. Okay, interesting. For those that don't know, deathmatching, since the Sand Casino is taken out of RuneScape, deathmatching is kind of what's taken its place. So if you remember the Sand Casino, the old Al-Kharid dueling arena for staking, that's gone, so now people do deathmatching. So they have, like, these entire clan chats set up for deathmatching each other for big chunks of GP. No, I don't really see how it'd be competition, right? I still don't fully understand that. Because I feel like if you're going to deathmatch, it's not really going to matter which CC you're a part. I don't know, actually. I don't deathmatch myself, so I don't really know. Thanks to the resub, Frizz, Juice, and LaFlui. Why was Duel Arena removed? Because it was actually, like, the most degenerate thing you could do in RuneScape. It was just full-blown gambling. So, Duel Arena and RuneScape, what you would do, and there was also tons of scams, and actually the amount of, like, really galaxy brain scams that went on there is crazy. There was actually someone that set up a website, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like Duel Arena odds, and it was used by a lot of people. And what they would do is when you use that site to calculate your odds of winning a duel against somebody else when you were staking, it would log your IP. And then when you were logged in on RuneScape, it would take your, like, these IPs, like this big repository of IPs, and it'd try and match them to the player. So that way, when you tried to stake against the person who had access to that on that website, it would then take that IP, and I can't remember, it wasn't a DDoS, but it would do something so that way you wouldn't have PID. PID is huge in staking, or was huge in staking, where you'd get, like, first hit, right? So what they would do is they'd send some kind of packet where it would, like, freeze you for, like, a split second so that way you wouldn't get PID. I'm so foggy on these details now because it's been years. But it was so intricate. But Dueling Arena was removed because of staking. It was just really degenerate gambling. People would, like, actually fall into actual gambling addiction through RuneScape. So they eventually took it down. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, the Galaxy Brain shit was crazy. Thanks to resub Roberto and Coleman, and the Prime Filipino, and the resub Jax. That's a DDoS attack? Yeah, but they didn't DDoS. It was really just to force PID. I don't think they actually DDoSed. But they logged the IPs and did something with the IPs in order to force PID. Which was crazy.
And in cahoots with one another. And the reason why I'm being so serious is because this is unfair. You know, I have people around me in my circle that are getting banned. Mother rucker, I have a friend. I don't want to name names here. But he even got banned on his hardcore for RWT. And a lot of other friends that are being targeted just because they're around me. And they're being banned and such. And I do believe it's Stella telling Trident. Okay? And he's just finding random stuff to dig upon and then banning the people close to me and also myself. My friend was also banned at the exact moment that they DM'd me about my band. And they've all been banned around the same time as me. That's very weird. Extremely weird. And I think you guys could confirm. It's obviously targeted. It's obviously because I'm competition against Stella and her CC's dying. So she's just trying to get me out or trying to destroy the CC, and that's fine. But you're just not going to get away with it, right? I'm pretty sure they thought we were going to just brush this under the rug and be like, let's make a new account. No, because if I didn't do anything wrong, I'm going to stand for what I believe in, and I'm going to sit there and be like, yo, boys, they're screwing with us. You know, I find me and my community very close, very solid. I love my community loves me. I'm not just going to let this brush by. There has been times in the past where I've RWT'd, On multiple accounts, and I've gotten banned on every single one. And, you know, my brother would come in, yo, oh, you rucked up, don't even say anything, move on. You know, just tell the boys you RWT'd and you got banned. Some of you guys would laugh it off. Some of you guys would be like, damn, oh, come on now. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not going to accept this one because I've never serviced on my account. I've never did any sort of account servicing on my account on Omar. And it's just, it blows my mind that they're making stuff up in order to ban me from my plus 30 bill plus bank and try to destroy the competition because I opened the CC with death matching. Just not going to happen. And what blows my mind as well is remember that hardcore I made a series on, the Survivor account? I've admittedly openly to all the servicing I did to that account. All the people that went on her, Carlitos, Juan, Valeria. I know them, okay? I know them. And I've admitted to all the servicing on that account, and to this day, that account is still not banned. But now you find somehow account servicing from 2 years ago on Omar, and you're claiming that I've account serviced, and you're gonna just give me a perm ban immediately, and perm ban all my accounts that is connected to my IP. That's insane. Now let's talk about...
It feels like there has to be something more to it than that. I can't imagine like one mod has this kind of power, and especially not for a reason as simple as this guy's competition for my girlfriend's clan chat. Like there's got to be something more to it here. There's no fucking way. It's got to be something like on a personal level with the mods having a problem or something. I just find that hard to believe that they'd go this hard for one of the mods' girlfriends having a competing clan chat. That just doesn't compute. Thanks a Prime Rin, and the resub Quiz, Chris, and Sui, and the tier 1 Chiseled. He just got promoted to the head of anti-cheating. Yeah, but even still, I just feel like even at that level of seniority, I feel like you're not going to be able to just make decisions willy-nilly at a company like Jagex without someone going through and checking. Or maybe I'm fucking stupid. They also had Mod Jed, who was literally working with Rot. So maybe they just don't have any of that in place. I'm not really sure. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
About the puppeteer, Stella. Stella's a RuneScape streamer that built her, how do I say this, her following from being a staker in game. There has been several instances of Stella being exposed for scamming other players for thousands of dollars worth of GP, as well as dozens of instances of her rigging giveaways for her own benefit. To this day, she allegedly has over $50,000 worth of debt to other players, on top of the money she has allegedly scammed from others as well. To get in the position that she is today, Stella would advertise her no armor pictures, her NSFW pictures, in her Twitch chat with an on-screen overlay.
Okay.
She would use these pictures and videos to entice men into her Discord channels to pay.
What a hustle. No armor photos, huh? Hey, that's the grind out there, though. Okay, interesting, very interesting. There's a lot of terms here that if you don't know RuneScape, you don't really know what's going on. I guess I'll summarize those. RWT is real-world trading. So why he's saying that she owes $50,000 to people in the community is she owes about $50 billion to people that she has taken from the community, is what he's claiming. About 1 billion RuneScape gold is 1,000 real-world monies if you were to convert it. You know, 1 million real-world doubloons. So when it came to things like staking, people would make full-time jobs out of it. Not anymore. Is it not is it not $1 per mil anymore or anything? What is it? What's the going rate? I haven't bought or sold gold. I don't know what it is. Let's see. I'll look it up. Okay, so the price is it's even cheaper now. I thought it was 1 bill, 1,000, basically 1-to-1. It's not. Okay, so then she owes closer to like 100 bill. So there are people that use RuneScape as like an actual full-time job to farm gold and sell it on these services, because these services buy and sell gold from players, or they do it themselves, like through bot farms or something. But that's what a lot of people do. So that's what RWT is, and they have to crack down on it very hard. What is CC? Clan chat. So in RuneScape, you can start clans, and it's a CC. So you invite people in, they get to communicate in the clan chat and organize things through that. So like deathmatching CC, people go in there for the same mutual interest of deathmatching other players. So they sign up to the, I guess, either Oda or Stella's CC, and they deathmatch through that, find each other. So it's like a guild. Well, they weren't even bikini photos. That was like full armor off based on that photo right there. That wasn't even bikini photos. This is like lighter stuff. She's in light armor on this one.
Her GP. This point would have no relevance. However, I believe this has played a big part in the corruption of a Jagex employee called Mod Trident. After amassing a decent following, Stella would be hit multiple times by the anti-cheat team for offenses of real-world trading, which means she sold in-game gold for real-life cash. She eventually got sick of these bans, so had to think of other ways to harbor GP instead. This birthed the creation of her Discord channel that organized death matches in RuneScape. She would charge people hundreds of dollars worth of GP to join this Discord and get a rank, which aimed to prove trustability among players. And this is where her puppet comes in. The puppet. Mod Trident. Mod Trident is a Jagex employee who's essentially Stella's doggy. He will ban players at Stella's command as and when she decides. Stella came out publicly and stated that herself and Trident are dating, so you could understand why there may be some corruption in Trident's decisions when it comes to banning. If you so even win a death match against Stella, let's say you go on a streak and you win a couple of bills off Stella, she will command Trident to ban that player afterwards as well. Seen it happen too many times. Trident also stated that...
That's something that he really should have provided proof for. That would have been super strong. I don't doubt the claim because that absolutely sounds like a big conflict of interest to have the fucking head of your anti-cheating mod team also be dating someone who's actively engaged in a really shady niche of that game. But that would have been really strong if Oda had played like a clip or proof of like Mod Trident banning people that have deathmatched Stella. It's in the second video. Okay. Then he does address it in the later one. Like I said, I'm just catching up on it right now. So we'll see.
CC, if whoever is a deathmatching CC has to follow certain rules. There will be no such bots, for example, kick bots. Unfortunately, or should I say fortunately for Stella, the CC has been recorded to have such bots. Therefore, by the terms of service made by Mod Trident, it cannot exist. But obviously, this was swept under the rug. I knew this was going to happen, right? I knew that me making a CC, I would cause trouble with Mod Trident because he had the correlation with Stella. I didn't think I would be permanently banned on all my accounts for random assumptions and allegedly me doing this or that. I didn't know he would go that far and he's that much of Stella's doggy, but unfortunately I was wrong. I don't know if maybe Mod Trident and Stella are selling gold on the low. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why Trident is backing Stella so much when she's a known scammer and has been scamming for years. And everybody in the Twitch section knows how much of a scammer she is. There's been hundreds of videos made about her and her scams. There's been a lot of content creators that have been talking about this as well. Even some even made videos about it. I know ChemQ, Pure Spam, and a few other people that have been talking about this corruption. And it seems that it's just been all brushed under the rug. If anything, he got promoted to like senior anti-cheating robot. I don't even know what the hell you want to call it, but you know what I mean. Another rule that Mod Trident stated in the deathmatching CCs, if anybody sells gold, they're obviously going to be banned. Stella has been known for selling gold for years. That's the only reason why she plays RuneScape. She doesn't play RuneScape because she enjoys it, or she makes content on it, or she likes to fletch logs, or even do herb lore, okay? She literally plays this game solely for IRL money. It's so obvious. She deathmatches 24/7, buys and sells gold on the fly. And the reason why she's protected and she has that shield is because of Trident. Stella has banned over maybe tens, 50s, or even hundreds, or even thousands of people. I've gotten messaged by a
Damn, there's a lot. I keep up with like all of that content. I mean, you all know RuneScape is my most played game ever. Like I'm deep into RuneScape. I'm still one Slayer level away from maxing my account. First time I've ever maxed any of my accounts. And I've never heard her name come up. And I watch like ChemQ and all that kind of content, and I must have missed that video because I haven't seen Stella's name once. Thanks to the resub Tiberius and Hero and Cobra.
A lot of my viewers.
But you don't deathmatch. That's true. Maybe because I don't deathmatch, I kind of stayed out of that pocket, so I never even heard about it. That's very possible, yeah.
A lot of other communities viewers, people all around telling me, Oda, use this, Oda, use that, Oda, can you show this, Oda, can you talk to the JMod? I've gotten people PMing me all the time about this corruption, right? About Stella banned me after winning me a deathmatch, or Stella banned me, and she told me that she would get me banned, and I was banned the
Makes me
next
some road
day.
in
People
Rexo.
scammed, probably in her CC, but with one message to Trident, instantly banned. Boom. 10s, 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands of people getting banned just by Stella PMing Trident immediately.
You know what? Give me a second. Let me just grab all these names. Rag for GP. Interesting. People pay you? That's RWT. Let's go. Who else? This guy? Nice account, buddy. I hope you don't RWT. It'd be a shame.
Let me specify as well. I have my own deathmatching CC, as you guys know. That's why we're in this
That was pretty
situation.
douchey from,
But you guys gotta
from
realize,
that. Yikes.
these people that got banned, have they really broke a rule? Think about it real quick. Just think about it. RuneScape never regulates deathmatching. It's literally a PvP fight, sort of called. Yes, it's like gambling or staking, where you guys just sit there and hit each other and you guys agree upon the rules. But how are they getting banned when it's not regulated? So let's say I'm a scammer and I'm good lucking you 1 bill versus 1 bill, we're wearing DH. And I'm like, you know what? Screw this. Chris, I'm tabbing. And then you tab and you go to your house and you just scam that guy 1 bill. Obviously, you did him dirty. You guys agreed upon an amount and you teleported. You're a scammer, right? Theoretically speaking. But RuneScape doesn't regulate these rules. They don't even, let's be honest, they probably don't even want deathmatching. They never regulated it.
Well, they don't.
So how is Mod trying to...
Well, straight up, I remember after they removed the Sand Casino, I'm pretty sure in one of their Q&As, they literally mentioned that they don't like deathmatching, like 100%. We don't even need to speculate there, Oda. They legitimately don't like it, like at all.
Gonna go out of his way, because Stella shot him a PM and said, hey, this guy just scammed a 1 bill deathmatch and then permanently banned that guy immediately. This doesn't make any sense. Scamming a deathmatch is not against RuneScape's term of service. It's just against the CC itself's rules, so you're supposed to be banned from the CC. How is Trident banning random people for scamming in a deathmatch when RuneScape is not even regulating it? This means that Mod Trident has created his own rule and enforced a ban upon a player run game of chance. Mod Trident would also ban any competitors to Stella CC. So let's say you're a deathmatching CC and a lot of people know you and you're trusted. Mod Trident...
So, real quick, to be fair, even though it's not an explicit rule, RuneScape does have a rule against scamming in general. So you could, like, I really do think you could make a case, like, even if you are deathmatching, you could make a case like, this guy scammed me, he is a known scammer in this community, thus action should be taken. And I think they would be within their right to actually punish them for that. Even if it's not like an explicitly regulated portion of their game, it is still a blanket of scamming. Though clearly the way it's implemented here is more power tripping than actually looking out for the health of the community or whatever. But I feel like you could do that, and it would still fit well in line with their terms of service. Oh, I didn't hear about that, Chip. Goddamn. Seems like a big onion. You don't think it's an abusive position? What? No, I just said this is clearly power tripping. I'm just saying on the whole, even though it's not regulated, you can still ban someone for scamming in something that RuneScape themselves doesn't like directly address as like deathmatching has these set of rules. If you break them, you're getting banned. It is still something where someone knowingly scammed another player. So you could still make an argument. But that's not what I'm saying. Or that's not what's happened here. That's not what Oda is saying. I'm just saying, like, if you are scamming, even though it's not like a Jagex approved activity you're scamming in, you could still face repercussion. They'd be within their right to do that. So, like, here's a good example. What was this scam called? The Telegrab scam? Fuck, I'm so foggy on this one. PvP world, you tell someone to telegrab, it busts them out of the safe zone, and they get PK'd and died. What was that? That had a name. No, it wasn't. It was a lure, but this one had a name because it was so well known. What the fuck was it with the telegrab? Used to do it at the Falador Bank. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But like that is scamming, and it is an activity that Jagex themselves isn't like enforcing rules of itself on. It is just point blank scamming. The people that it lured you there for the telegrab scam could face repercussion. So I feel like the same would extend to like deathmatch scammers. If they're a known scammer, like constantly scamming in that community, they could face repercussion, and it would make sense. No, that's what I'm saying. What's happening here is clearly an abuse of power, at least from everything I'm seeing so far from this video. assuming it's all accurate, that would be an abuse of power and a big conflict of interest, having the head of the anti-cheat team dating a person who's already engaging in shady behavior. That is a problem. I'm just saying, like, the whole notion of Jagex shouldn't be enforcing, like, scamming protocol on things that they don't directly give a blessing to is a little not accurate to the way things work in the game. Thanks the bits Arrow and Herd and Tier 1 Ralph. The resub Scour. The give sub Hell.
Trident would completely destroy their CC. There's been proof of it, and he only wants Stella's CC to be open. Thus why even banning me. When Trident sent those PMs out, Stella was actively real world trading and not getting banned. She was running her new CC on her main account that she was real world trading on. Trident kept banning the EDM CCs that were made. He banned all CCs, just leaving Stella CC open for people to join from there, for her to get a big advantage in the DMing scenery. The reason why that I'm getting perm banned and all these things that are happening and this whole operation is being blown out of proportion is because obviously I have such a big community and everybody trusts me, and they had to do something. They had to find something on me or make something up in order for me to get perm banned and try to tear down the CC as much as possible. See, in this video, it's showcasing of Stella RWT. Now let me specify. I never gave a crap if anybody roll trades or has their own hustle or makes bread on the side or do whatever. But when you come at my neck and you permanently ban me for something I didn't do on all of my accounts, not even give me a warning, I wouldn't even take a warning because I didn't do anything, right? But when you come at my neck and you try to permanently ban me and ruin my CC and try to tear me down for no reason, then I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to retaliate and make you look like a fool. So this is her real world trading. You can literally see her Discord ID. That's why the guy was clicking on it. He pastes it, and it's obviously her, and he shows every information that you need in order to prove that it's her. I've been making RuneScape content on YouTube for 5 years. You know, the YouTube community probably doesn't even know this much, but RuneScape has always treated me like doggy. Let's just be honest here. I don't know if you guys know that, but whoever came to my stream, I've spoke about it there. They don't even follow me on Twitter, and they follow 50 viewers.
What the fuck am I looking at here? What are these messages? They've sent like 15,000 messages here without a single response. So is this a real world trader? It must be. Or, wait, what? Who, why am I not understanding? Oh, she deleted all of her messages. Oh. Ah. I forgot you can do that on Discord.
Streamers, I'm literally one of their biggest or the biggest RuneScape streamer. Until this day, they don't follow me.
If I just waited a little bit longer, I would have understood.
It's just I really feel like they're targeting me. And when you come at my neck and you guys are permanently banning me for something I didn't do, I'm going to have to retaliate and show all this evidence and information that is provided by the community to get it through you guys' heads that like, yo, this is not right. Now, after what you guys watching the video, you guys probably know that yes, she did end up getting banned. And like I said, boys, I don't care. Whoever RWTs or breaks rules has nothing to do with me. Make your money. I don't care. But that's not the point here. The point is that there's a lot of corruption going on. I'm going to get to the bottom of it because you guys came at my neck first. So let's say you join my CC and you don't join Stella's. And if Stella could somehow talk to you, PM you, or Discord DM you, she'll go ahead and PM you and threaten you with anti-cheat system. What that means is she's going to try to get you banned in some way, somehow, and, you know, try to screw you over. Through Trident, of course. I believe Trident is trying to weaponize what I said in recent events in order to mask his corruption. A lot of people thought this was Jagex taking actions about what I said. It's not. This is about the deathmatching CC. You know what he did? He achieved the goal of confusing everyone. I know I joke around a lot of things on stream. I joke around literally with everything, even with my own religion, which I do take very seriously. I'm a human, you know, I make mistakes. I just want everybody to live their life the way they just want to live it. I say some shit, but at the end of the day, I'm a loving guy. You know, boys, all I do is want to entertain. I crack jokes 24/7, even about me and, you know, say Wallet, say Walter White. You know, like we all joke around, even the way I say, you know, some Arabic or whatever. In Islam, we joke around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So forgive me if I offended you with any jokes that I've made, boys. You know me, I'm always cracking jokes. I like to be a fun guy, boys. I never like to be boring. I'm not with that normie tribe, if that makes sense. I like to crack jokes and have a good time, even if it's a little bit on edge. Now, boys, I don't even need to say you guys are gonna stand with me, because you guys already are. I know how you guys are. My community's strong, like steel. You understand? I hear a lot of content creators when they talk about me, they say, oh yeah, Odablock's community is toxic. Odablock is this, Odablock's that. But they always say one positive thing. You know what that is? They always say, I wish my community had my back like his. Because my community, when they know when somebody screws with us, it's over. That's it. I'm hoping that we all stand together with our barrels gloves attached, and we stand above this corruption. This is terrible. I'm not sending hate towards Jagex, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm really just, I feel like there's some corruption between the ranks or with the rank, and you guys could email them about the corruption. So don't be cringy, don't be weird, you know, just get straight to the point.
This was very interesting.
If you guys have been rooked by Trident's corruption, go ahead and send it there, and I'm gonna do the same. So if you guys got it down, go ahead and do that. Don't be hateful, don't be cringy, just get to the point, boys. We're about our business, you know? We don't want this corruption BS.
What an interesting situation. This is like the only case I can think of where someone on the development team with a position of power like this was actively dating someone who was in a position where they were engaging in already shady behavior and then exploiting it, potentially, assuming it's all accurate. That is wild. That is such an interesting conflict. She got banned, so what's the problem? Well, he's still banned, and he is arguing that the ban is unjustified. So, in retaliation, he's trying to prove his innocence while also exposing what he believes to be corruption. And he's making a pretty strong case of corruption, I'll tell you that much. I don't know about his accounts. I don't fucking work for Jagex. It is weird that they'd hit not only his accounts, but his friends' accounts all within the same, like, hour, same day. That seems very fucking targeted. And with this relationship between the head of their anti-cheating team and a player in a rival gang, that's very fishy. Thanks to the Tier 1 Electronic. Hey, Jay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
First off, I want to thank everybody for the moral support and everybody that's been supporting the videos and understanding what's happening. But I want to specify one thing. We shouldn't be harassing anybody or being toxic or disrespectful towards anybody. I want you guys to be respectful, get straight to the point, and obviously we want change. And the only way that's going to happen is if we respect everybody and, you know, we apply that pressure, but in a respectful way.
They banned a hardcore Iron Man for real world trade, but that account can't even trade people. Yeah, that's what he said in the last video. It was
supposed to be in the first video, but I forgot to put it in. So this showcases that she knew that I was going to get banned the day before. Regardless, if you want to make the argument that she wasn't talking about me, she shouldn't know when somebody's going to be banned or not the day before. That just can't happen as a normal player. The anti-specialing team has to be investigating, you know.
Doesn't matter if it's targeted or not. If he broke the rules, he deserves to get banned. Well, he's arguing that he didn't break the rules. That's the thing. He's saying that he never got paid account services and that one of his accounts that he shared with a couple of his friends grinded like 4 strength levels with him, for him. Which is very casual account sharing, which Jagex themselves has said they don't crack down on, and it won't result in bans. So his whole case is that he is innocent of their claims, thus shouldn't have been banned. He admitted it. I just watched the whole video. When did he admit it? I just watched it. The account services that he mentioned was the 3 of his friends that he mentioned played on Bald, and then said multiple times that Omar has never had any account services. You think Jagex would make a statement about this?
Talking amongst themselves, and then they do it. I don't know how a normal player like Stella is getting information beforehand on my band. It just doesn't make any sense. This screenshot also shows that Stella is in a position of power. She could threaten and scare normal players by just showing the display of power here. Just by using Trident's name and knowing this information beforehand, it's not normal. After the last 2 videos I made, I actually got sent a lot of evidence and a lot of things that were brought to light to support my argument. This also has been translated from Swedish to English, so some translations may not be perfect. This screenshot was sent by a viewer regarding his ban by Mod Trident. I've blurred the name of the mod.
Damn it. Wanted to read it. Okay.
Trident. I've blurred the name of the moderator just to protect his identity. Actually, I've sent this to Jagex, and it's now under investigation as well. This conversation also took place around 2 months ago. The moderator himself asked for a list of account names that were banned by Mod Trident. The moderator was also specifying to the viewer, or his friend, that if the accounts were banned by RWT, he would be extremely disappointed. And he hopes that he wasn't lying about corruption. The viewer asks, is there any proof of the rules that he has broken? The moderator also answers that these things take time, and he's gonna have to wait. The moderator then asked, why would these accounts be banned? The viewer then gave an explanation on why these players have been banned in the past. He also mentioned how often Mod Trident is mentioned in the CC. In response to the allegations that the viewer gives, the moderator then highlights the severity of this situation. Then the mod then explains that these things can't be solved very fast. The viewer then continues to give proof that there's been false bans in the past. The viewer then voices his concern on who is handling the case. The mod then asks the viewer, is it just Trident himself or is it the whole team? The viewer also specifies that this has been going on for way too long without anything being resolved in terms of corruption and false bans. The moderator then replies and says if the bans were false, they will be reversed. A month then passed with no resolution. After the viewer brought this up again to the mod, he then specifies that it's not his job anymore and he doesn't want to be involved in this basically. The viewer then asks the mod if he's aware of Mod Trident and Stella. In response, the mod basically says, stop whining about it and he can't do anything for you. The viewer then specifies how much of a big deal this could be regarding the bans. The mod then repeats and says, I have nothing to do with this and this is not my problem. Also, I just want to specify that, remember, this conversation started 2 months ago. As of yesterday and last night, there still has been no help and no further, steps into solving this problem. This has been a well-known problem for over 2 months. There's people all around that voice their concerns directly to the staff members that work alongside Trident. They've all been brushed off, told that there's nothing that can be done. So it's...
Well, that's not surprising, though. I'm just shocked the moderators even listen to or read a single message from just the community DMing them. That's the most surprising thing about these screenshots to me. I feel like for something of this scale, they'd have to conduct an internal investigation, and for that, they're not going to be communicating too much with, like, the outside community about it. I think the tier 1 Slime, the resub Tree, and Stinkiest, and Zaza. But from the screenshots, it seemed like the mod was receptive to the potential of corruption. So then maybe they'd escalate the problem and then they wouldn't be able to talk about anything going forward. Maybe? I don't know. It's hard to really get a whole lot from those DMs.
Seems when Trident bans somebody, it's final. And then there's going to be no help from other staff members afterwards. So this is the picture. If Trident bans you, only he can reverse it. Nobody else. These issues have literally been ignored for much longer than the screenshots even show. It's just crazy to me that you can bring an obvious issue to Jagex and then there's nothing that can be done about it. But now, somebody with a platform and a loud voice can finally show the corruption within the anti-cheat team. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. Imagine how much more corruption
sounds kind of like fake DMs. True, the DMs could have been faked as well.
What we do see, it seems that Trident only has a say on bans. And once he says something, it's final. We've already seen a lot of corruption through Trident. The evidence provided on the last couple of videos and the evidence provided in this video. Now, what we don't know is how many more things is he doing behind the scenes? What evidence is being covered? What more is he doing for Stella? Is there more corruption that we can't see? Is there things that are being deleted that we don't know about? You see what I'm saying?
Whoa.
This next clip...
Whoa. We got ourselves a little unexpected, uninvited guest in here. Hold on.
There's a response by Stella.
There's
That's replying to a
resub
viewer
J.
that said Odablock CC is immune to bans.
But they're not immune. What's gonna happen is Jagex is gonna go through the list, start banning everybody. And then people are gonna start realizing, like, holy shit, rule breakers cannot actually run a CC. Do you think those people that are ranked right now in their CC, not rule breaking, do you think they're not RWT? They haven't just been brought to attention. So if they start DCing, do you think they're gonna still wanna, like, run the CC? No, no one's gonna want to be affiliated with it.
She tells everyone exactly what's literally gonna happen the next day.
Jagex is gonna go through the list, start banning everybody.
And that rule breakers, referring to me, can't run a clan chat.
And then people are gonna start realizing, like, holy shit, rule breakers cannot actually run a CC.
How the hell can she have this information a day before my ban? But then Jagex comes and tells me they can't give information about an ongoing investigation.
Well, that's no good.
So unless another Jagex mod is telling Stella inside information, it must be Trident. Now, is there another member of the anti-cheat team giving Stella this information? I think it's much more likely that the person she has a romantic relationship with is giving her that information.
That's just general stuff. I would agree with you that that's just general stuff, but at least according to this was the day before he actually got banned, and the people there also got banned. That timing is not a coincidence when she is dating the head of these bans. That's not a coincidence. No shot. Also, assuming all of the claims against her for real world, well, it seems like there is a lot of evidence against her for scamming and real world trading. So she too should have been the victim of not being able to run a clan chat and having her shit purged. That's throwing stones from a glass house.
Ma tried it. You know what's crazy? She
Thanks for
mentions
5
that we're
subs, big boy.
obviously rule breaking. Stella, you rule break every single day and it's overlooked by that doggy of yours. Yeah, I said it. Her account literally on stream has, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 800 total level, 99 strength, attack, defense, and HP. Literally built for death matching. You know what? Let's get serious here. How about this? I'll donate $5,000 to any charity if Jagex goes on Stella's account and see if all the IPs match to everything that she's ever done on that account. $5,000 USD to any charity that Jagex wants. What's the difference between my account that got banned and hers? Because I guarantee you that she did not train even one strength level by herself. It's literally made for death matching. She only plays this game solely for RWT. I want this investigation to start now, not 3 weeks from now when she's already sold all the gold or the gold has magically disappeared.
Damn.
I want this investigation to start now. So Jagex, I'm calling you guys out on that. Go ahead and search her account and go see how many account services she's done, because I guarantee you she's not even... Bro, ask her how to do a grimy Raynar. Ask her how to make a strength potion. Ask her, fuck it, ask her what is NMZ. I want you guys to grab my account and compare it to Stella's account. First of all, she got half and half of my total level. She literally has 1 range, 9 slayer, and 99 combat stats, all she needs for death matching. Her account literally looks like it's been made in Venezuela. Now what bothers me is that I've been streaming on Twitch for about 6...
The reference to Venezuela is for a period of time when Venezuela's economy collapsed. People were making like their living to survive through grinding RuneScape and selling the gold, RWTing the gold through RuneScape. It was actually so big that Venezuelans had the most sway in the game RuneScape's economy. So basically the Venezuelan gold farmers were literally the driving force of the market in the game. That period being 2023. I thought that I thought it stopped last year, right? I didn't think they were still being that prominent in the RuneScape economy. No, it's still going on. Oh, I didn't know that. That I did not know. I thought last year was like they started to kind of fizzle out.
Years, every single day, consistently. Probably the most consistent RuneScape streamer you'll see. I don't even have a day off. And then I've been doing RuneScape content on YouTube for about 5 years now, consistently. All types of unique content, new content every day. There's even been waves and eras that people love in my streaming and my YouTube videos. What bothers me is that Stella has only been promoting death matching and staking. So what I don't understand is I'm getting punished for something that I've done 2 years ago, and so-called they have evidence of me account servicing, when I've never paid anybody to do anything on Omar, and I've never ever paid anybody even in the game to do anything on Omar. Until they sold me that transaction, I'll be happy, which they will never find. Stella, which her account has literally been serviced on, 1 range, 9 slayer. She probably doesn't even know how to do cook's assistant, bro. It's just, I'm sorry, I'm passionate, you know? And it just bothers me that all these things are being overlooked on her account. And I would just like Jagex to check her account and do all the things that they've so-called done to me, which made me get a perm ban. Make sure you do it now, not 3 weeks from now before she sells all the gold. Thank you. Remember, these are routine checkups, they claim. So what is routine about bringing up an offense that I did about 2 years ago and claiming that I did account services? I'm trying to tell them, show me any transaction of me paying for any service and you can ban Omar. They can't. It's not possible. That account has never been serviced. Now, I want you guys to put it in perspective. Compare it to the recent RWT and servicing that's been done in Stella's account. Why has nothing been done to her? She literally RWTs every day. Her crypto address is there every single day updating. $353, $476. She literally real trades small amounts every single day, and nothing is done. And Trident just overlooks it. You know why? Because of her dragon plate skirt and her dragon plate body, unfortunately. Also, what are these screenshots here? I went ahead and I blurred out your information for your privacy, and we could cross-check this BTC address, and we could easily see that you've been real-world trading, and this is your Bitcoin address. Funny thing is, you still accept payments to this day on that same address. The last thing you sold was a few days ago, which was about exactly 1 billion GP of gold. Stella is still managing to sell GP in increments every single day or every few days, and getting money from that Bitcoin address.
That is interesting.
Obviously, it's getting overlooked by Trident. Now, boys, I got a piece of information that's going to drive you guys absolutely insane. I've saved the best information for last. Now boys, I want to put this in perspective. Imagine being a CC owner in a deathmatching clan. Now let's be honest, it's tough to, to keep track with the scammers, the people that you guys want to get banned, kick them out of the CC. RuneScape communities already have all plugins made. Everybody uses plugins to this day. And as you can see, we even developed one ourselves. And of course, Stella was looking for somebody to do this for her as well. Why would an anti-cheating specialist at Jagex be spending time developing a CC Watch plugin without announcing it anywhere? I could only assume it was made for the Stella deathmatching CC in order to help kick users. Has to be. You know what? I'll help him out because I like supporting the community and the boys. Everybody in the chat, go ahead and install it yourself and whoever would like to try it out. DMCC Watch plugin. You know what? Maybe even develop your own kick boss if they're allowing it. I mean, why else would you install this plugin? So this is how it works. You can put anybody's name down and you can see them enter or leave your CC whenever. You can get notifications of people you have in the list joining your CC so you can kick them. What the list is, you write somebody's name down, kick them immediately, or you can get notifications if they're going in or out of your CC. You know what? Even better. You can automatically put in your own server to have a bot or a server kick them out for you automatically. It's a shame you didn't tell the community about this, Tried it. What are you doing, buddy? Tried it. I honestly don't know why you would keep a beautiful.
What is the fucking purpose of that? Is it to kick out anyone from her CC that also would have joined Oda's DMs or deathmatch CC? Thanks, resub Zeb, Boss, Colonel, Rhythmic, and Tier 1 Ash. Just because it's petty bullshit. So people can't set her up. Set her up in what way? What would the setup be? I joined Oda's DMCC, and then I went and I joined Stella's. What can I do now to fuck her? I don't understand. What would it be? Nothing's really changed. For exposing real-world trading. Yeah, but I could go right now on my account, join her CC, and be like, Stella, I just saw all of this evidence of you real-world trading from these 9 different YouTubers. And I would have never joined Oda's DMCC. So this plugin would have been useless against me. You'll get kicked. Yeah, but I'd get kicked without this plugin, too. I don't really see what the plugin does. This seems so worthless. It gives you a notification for when someone leaves, and you can ban by name. Oh, so... Well, thank you. Now that makes a lot more sense. So you can't rejoin. If you're banned by name like that, you cannot rejoin. So it works like a whitelist then. Oh, okay. Okay, now I get it. Now I understand. Gotcha. Gotcha. Kickbots are not allowed. I didn't even know kickbots were a fucking thing.
Amazing plugin secret when we could all use this too. You know what, guys? Feel free to use it. You can set it up you guys yourselves. The fact of the matter is, boys, is that Trident's only contribution to the scene is to a community heavy with real-world traders and scammers. The funny thing is, it's been made about like 2 months ago. I don't know what else I could say, you know? Appreciate all the boys supporting me. Love you guys, man. But at the end of the day, this is some BS. You know what's crazy? For 6 years, I produced content on this game. Consistently bringing new players into the game. I was even hosting my own tournaments. The only time my name was ever allowed is when my supporters would literally force it down with Golden Gnomes. We won 2 Golden Gnomes with RuneScape. Best streamer of the year twice. And then I have staff blocking me on Twitter. And I've never even tweeted at them once. I don't know why, but some certain staff members have some hatreds towards me. They can't even bear or see or even hear my name on their Twitter pages. I'm not sure why, honestly. Not to sound egotistical or anything, but I'm the most viewed OSRS content creator across every platform. And this is the thanks that I get for the viewership I bring to the game. You know, I'm the most popular PvP player and I have continuously keep PvP entertaining with such lack of updates. Bro, I even got so bad that I had to move over to PVMing to try to revive the group Hardcore Iron Man game mode. Hundreds and thousands of people made accounts and paid for bond because of watching me play it. Over 1 million YouTube views on that alone. But yeah, I'm the problem with the community. Nice. When you profit so much from me by playing the game, you think that you would have at least a bit of appreciation. I appreciate some of the Jagex staff and I have love for them. You know, they've shown some support, some love throughout the year, certain individuals. And I'm sorry if I made this week hell for you. All jokes aside, you know, I'm not trying to do that. I just feel like I've been wronged. But you know what? I won't sit back and be a punching bag when I know there's things wrong. You know, I don't even feel like this is a tough decision, so I'm not going to lie and say that it is. I've sent all the information to Jagex to investigate the situation, and I have sent more evidence I couldn't include in the video. Until I hear back from Jagex, I will not be playing the game. I'm sorry if this gets people pissed off, but I'm not going to be playing the game until then. So, boys, take care.
What a wacky situation. That was a lot deeper than I expected it to be based on the cliff notes that I saw. Interesting. Ugh. I don't think it's necessarily up there with like a mod Jed situation. Well, actually, I guess it could be. Depending on how long this has been going on for. I guess we don't really know the full scale of it. There's a resub, Dapo, Star, and MILF. What's mod Jed? Oh, wow. Mod Jed is infamous. This is one of those rare... That was one of the rare ones that actually extended beyond RuneScape as well. Mod Jed was a huge, huge thing. So, basically... Well, this kind of sums it up really quickly for you. He was one of the devs on RuneScape. He was in bed with a clan called Rot. Reign of Terror. And Rot had a reputation in the community for doing a lot of questionable things like DDoS attacks during like Deadman, whatever. But one of the big things was real-world trading. And Mod Jed actually, as a side hustle, worked with Rot to basically exploit his position in order to real-world trade effectively with Rot and enable others to do so as well. It was a lot. So he'd do things where he would be able to use his position, turn what he was doing into gold to be sold on the secondary market, which is against terms. It was pretty interesting. He made a lot of money. Well, him and a lot of Rot members made a lot of money from it. He would take money from players in their banks. I don't remember him taking money from players in their banks, but I remember he would steal accounts. I remember he would take players' accounts. Which I guess is taking money from their bank too once he gets the account, I guess. But I remember him taking full accounts.